I'm Adam Forbes and welcome back to Kywong Flat, where we have our 2 soil moisture monitoring probes under the Starting Smart Irrigation project. It's been fairly wet since we last spoke, certainly the biggest flood I've seen. We had over 450 mils in a couple of week period, and a fair bit of inundation on a number of our paddocks, a lot of fencing damage, and we weren't actually able to cross the cows to this side of the farm for about 15 days, so that was a challenge as well. Look, we've been able to push through with a variety of strategies, including spinning some seed on, using the helicopter straight after the flood, and just trying to make decisions as soon as we could. Down in F6, it's a little bit lighter draining soil, and we were lucky enough to have sown some Prairie Grass prior to the flood event. And look, it wasn't a complete disaster. We did spin a little bit of seed on afterwards to just make sure of that population. Just going the Prairie Grass down there, we did a small trial last year, just really chasing that flatter pasture growth curve and trying to get the value from our lucerne and chicory and not out-compete it with ryegrass in the first year or two. Up in F3, look, it did get fairly messy after the flood. We had Kywong and paspalum that was well past ideal grazing, and we had other paddocks that were more of a priority to graze after the flood, and look, the cows wouldn't have utilised it anyway. We would have been left with a lot of mulch and that sort of thing, like thatch and mulch on the paddock. So we were lucky enough to have the corn silage harvester here at the time, and did about 25 hectares of pretty ordinary grass silage, which will hopefully it'll make some dry cow silage over winter, but it really set us up to be able to sow those paddocks quickly. So look, we sowed an Italian rye into these paddocks. We'll be following them pretty hard with nitrogen over the next couple of weeks to just make up for the bit of leaching that happened in the flood. We've actually had a little bit of a problem with our soil moisture probes on our end. We lost electricity to the base station during the flood, and hopefully we'll get that back online quite soon. We are starting to see a little bit of drying out happening, so need to make that a priority to get the soil moisture probes back online, get the pivot pump back in the river, and think about irrigating again. But look, hopefully with a little bit of rainfall forecast this afternoon and tomorrow, we might have a little bit of a saving grace there for a few more days.